Today's a dark day, very dark, sad, and somber day when I've run out of tokens. So I no longer have any tokens on the OpenAI API. I've got like, I don't know, maybe 2 to 7 days left on my plan. So it could, depending on when Tivo resets the rate limit. So let's talk about what you can do when you're in this situation that I'm in now. So my in-laws are just here, arrived, and yeah, you just kind of need to pick yourself up and look at all your code. There's one thing you can do. So you've had AI like writing all this code for so long and you don't know what any of it does. And yeah, you've got services running all over your machine. You can do some manual troubleshooting. You're running too much swap space. I've got a alias. A lot of machines like have a high watermark, so you even my so in terms of if you use too much memory, it spills over and you start using swap, but often the machine doesn't kind of reclaim that swap and it can get a bit laggy. This machine's feeling fine, but that's something we can do, is to just turn swap on and off to make sure it actually does cycle that memory. So yeah, machine may just start lagging after a while if you don't. So you can kind of help configure your machine, but like there's not much use in kind of doing all the things that AI is really good at doing, like writing a whole bunch of code. So you can also just test out your app. You can look for kind of common problems that you've seen. I think I have seen some issues with it where it's hard coding localhost. And that's quite a common kind of AI coding problem. There's a lot of localhosts in here. Yeah, it's not particularly. It was when I was doing that auth, yeah. Yeah, this is this seems wrong, so it needs to be HTTPS 1455 is the kind of problem. Oh, so it's a bun. I don't even know how to test my own code here because it's yeah, so that's good. We've got a failure because I hopefully fixed it to be So auth is one of those things where it's a little bit hard to vibe code. You can go into Stripe and do some kind of Stripe, some stuff that you wouldn't really feel comfortable actually vibe coding. I forget the keyboard shortcut, yeah. So redirect URI, is that looks like I need to send that in. Yeah, all this React is like not written by myself, so it's all like pretty unfamiliar. It's not looking super. Oh yeah, that's looking promising. That's good. Let's go to edge conflict. No, this is like getting a bit painful. I'm doing stuff that AI is good at now, but it's not that hard. I accidentally pushed some stuff in the merge commit, but that's okay, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I can go into prod and deploy that. I'm not even particularly good at deploying to prod anymore. So that's the agent. So that's my fork of codecs. So this is not actually the site. Unlike, I haven't synced my Git to this machine. And I'll just forget about that. No, I've got Codex and Codex Infinity. That's they look like they're the same thing. No. Sure, the code used to be there, but I forget. So it's kind of a vibe coded cloud that we're running here. Yeah, so we're running opt Codex Infinity. That's it. And we're running that. Under some kind of like supervisor D or system D. Maybe system D. That's a bit weird. There's some collisions with my keyboard shortcuts. Normally I'll be in doing my vibe coding in Kitty, the terminal. So probably not a great time to deploy, but because I have no AI to kind of help me debug, it's probably the wrong thing to be doing. Or do you do like logs or something? Tail? I don't think that's the right way to install it, but it's always it gets complicated to install FFmpeg with you've got like different encoders and decoders. You can manually kind of specify which you want when you do build FFmpeg. You can it's just running on a normal cloud machine here. It's not so that is actually this site here. So we should be able to well, because we can't vibe code because we've run out of credits, so I could just use DeepSeek and do like some kind of some not so simulations. I can just do code that I'm not as worried. Like I've got some experiments teaching kids. I can I don't know, like merge VRs, test them. This is still a like early stage project, kind of in the vibe coding stage, so I can don't need flame graph. I'm actively working on this agent as well as this the agent that actually is behind this, as well as the which is my fork of codecs. Yeah, I'm still having some issues there. I think I've got some fixes on my other machine here. Maybe not. Based on the codecs agent. Yeah, I'm doing an auto next goal thing here because I think the goal, I need to do some more testing, but I think the slash goal will inside the codecs agent is a little bit better performing at the moment with their prompting the way they did it. So my I don't know if you know about my fork, but it has a it's going to have an auto next goal thing now, and what that does, it just comes up with a new goal once the slash goal is being accomplished. So it's like a run forever mode where it will just never ever stop. Those are the kind of features I'm going to use for this run forever coding agent. So this is the actual template for GVT to figure out a good way to come up with a new slash goal command. Okay, so it comes up with the prompt based on the other previous work in this. And there's some variance here, otherwise it would, it's a potential that it could like do like if you put in the exact same prompts, it can be more prone to looping, so I try to keep it, mix it up a bit. Yeah, so it's got kind of two phases of
stretch your body recheck.
This one and then getting these are actually thrown away, and it uses the result from GPT. So some kind of stripping of the goal prefix. It's pretty frustrating when you're like bidding tokens telling it what not to do, so you can probably... I've got a feeling we can remove this. Yeah, it's probably worth removing that. Let's do it. There we go. Just do not. And that's... The models are quite good now. You don't need to have that. It's not including any done file instruction. Oops. What have I done? Whoops. Just minor token savings. What do next? Go. So we can release this. Yeah, we can't release this. Very good. No, I'll just get AI to fix some like tree sitter stuff. Do some kind of cargo stuff to refresh the environment or something. I'm not sure. Let's just save all of our prompts that we're gonna. Once we get AI back, we're just gonna, yeah, pipe all this more complicated stuff to AI. So, I should have a little shortcut for this. It's a very annoying, unstyled, vibe coded intro, so I need to continue. I should have saved that. There we go. I'll also save that. so that we're writing this project ourselves. Fix all this codec stuff. And then what else are we doing? All sorts of stuff. We've got all sorts of businesses we're running, right? So we can look into Stripe. I've got a little dashboard that shows me how my Stripe's going, which is interesting. It's like, I guess that saves me like a little bit of time checking Stripe, which is fun. And you can do all the human stuff with that AI, right? So you can apply for funding and try to get jobs and all this kind of stuff. But it's interesting with network and OpenPaths are kind of the main things that's making me money. I should really be able to grow Dictator because I use that a lot to talk to my computer. Yeah, same with Bitbank. That can make people a lot of money, so I don't know why anyone's not paying for it. I think it's just no one visiting the site, so I need to do some SEO on that. AI is kind of better at doing that than humans, honestly. Just create a lot of content, a lot of data sets and stuff. The AI likes data, so it hosts a lot of data. Weirdly low amount of signups, but people are signing up to OpenPaths as well, so yeah, that's quite important that I scale that right now, even though it's actually really low traffic too. Low traffic, high revenue, so yeah, it's kind of the opposite of network. Is ridiculous. It's got so many page views, terabytes. so popular, but it's so unprofitable for how popular it is. Which is interesting. So it feels like OpenPaths could be a huge business if that was if you could make it very popular, which is why I'll probably put more data on OpenPaths to try to get some SEO value there. So I'll probably try similar stuff, get heaps of art indexed on there, like we did with CuteDSL. I'll probably get heaps of prompts. Yeah, that's mostly it. I did planning, so like prompts, and then what do we do? Get I could at least, we know that will provably get us up to about this, which is actually quite insanely popular, but that's also unprofitable. So so that's CuteDSL. I'll try and not get myself owned. So showing my API keys and stuff, I'll probably have to cut this out. But you can do some manual testing, like test why is it showing me a checkout again if I'm already active? So you can probably get rid of that. So cute. Get rid of that. You can remove that. Wow. Yeah. It's a little bit messy, my page here. Often you can get GPT to redo this. I'm gonna rotate my API key when I get AI again. Maybe I'll just cut this out of the video. So, also what we want to do is work on Helix, because that's yeah, you should have the app link up here. Yeah, I should work on that locally. So much code changing, and we didn't commit all this. Sometimes I just work directly on the servers with AI agents here. Looks like with some I don't know what that is. It could be yeah, that could be slot. But sometimes you can like detect there's like a sticky error from CUDA and restart. And it actually needs to be restarted the device, otherwise you can't use the device if you hit a sticky error. You have to actually get a new process ID. Trying to clean up the code. It's just there's quite a lot of issues in this code base, given it's such a complex thing you need to get your agents to do. So, like graphing information there's so much code. It's such an open problem, and I try to like constrain, not let it execute too much Python transformations, because I think also there's security issues there as well. I don't use the OpenAI code interpreter. Maybe I should kind of push more onto them to kind of like, AI's gotten a lot better now. It's kind of like the bit of lesson to be leveraging more of what what the scale-up labs are doing, that are doing big experiments to find out what's better. Like I'm kind of almost still in a race with Anthropic to crack the code of this, I guess. And they're doing general agent scale-ups type stuff, and I'm doing kind of figure out exactly which pathways with standard like classifiers and stuff so there'll be like very quick very quick creation of kind of some cut down set of things that that I know it's tested that it can do. But yeah, I think there'll be a breakout path for this as well, and it'll just be like a general kind of Turing complete agent that can just code, because that's just the way it's going. So yeah, it's kind of interesting now. There's going to be so much code. There's going to be like terabytes and terabytes of code behind all the research labs. because it's like slightly more efficient for them to kind of look up a function instead of get Claude to like rewrite the function. So they've got like the tool use, the tool retrieval tool. So they're kind of abstracting over more and more of tool use. Yeah, here I'm coming up with some kind of I've got some default things that I put into the chart, like charting best practices, like include a zero line and nice contrasting colors, all this kind of stuff that needs to be, you wouldn't get from Claude. Claude will just tend to give you like the average chart, which is like not very good. It'll be like red, green, and blue. Like a bit, colors will look a bit bad, and it just won't quite be as professional looking as you would have hoped. Yeah. So there's quite a lot of code here, and it's kind of started off just me writing this all, and then it kind of has like devolved into a kind of a big agentic project where a lot of it's just going to be AI written, really. But on this homepage here, we want to at least have a link to the art. It's interesting. It's like if you're signed in, I guess.